What am I gonna doing? Let's do another pick. Today's gonna be what is a gossip about you, so that could be triggering. Remember, if people gossip, they're because they don't have much going on in their life, so don't take it too personal. Okay, so I know it's not easy, but let's try. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number 1 was a gossip about you. 8 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. Interesting. So what the gossip is about you, and it sounds maybe a little bit unusual, but the 2 of Wands, yes, you could have a choice between two, but it's essentially as well the position of the Empress in the making. Okay, so you're waiting, and that's more or less what the Empress energy does. Male, female doesn't matter. So yes, you might have a choice to make between two, or someone had to choose between you and someone else. But also it's, in my opinions, you grounding yourself, waiting. Without waiting, you're not just next to the phone or something like that. You're just doing you. And that is very important. So you watch what's going on. You watch out there, what is happening. You don't really interfere. You don't do anything in particular. That's why it's very similar to the Empress, but also the Queen of Cups. All right. So you cover in your heart, but you just watch. So also what people, say about you, gossip about you, is like you turn around your life, that you have a sense of who you are, and you may have been going through a lot of issues in the past. It was, my goodness, everything and the rest of it. So you now have that idea of, yes, I know who I am, but you could also be someone who wants to turn around and fight for you. That is very much where you could be. And that could explain then someone now wants to come back to you, and you know that they will come back eventually, but you're not pushing for anything. But that person may have been a bit confused or tormented, and now they want to fight for you and come back stronger than ever. Okay. There is a limitation of the mind here. We know the 8, again, 8 is infinity number, so there's something maybe that has been a bit ongoing. Maybe your mind was a little bit in a jail, in a mental jail, and now you realize, what am I doing? Why am I putting myself into this or through this? I don't need to. And that's why maybe now you're waiting for things to unfold naturally, not trying to force anything. And that's also why maybe now you have a better sense of who you are. And you believe that everything that needs to come to you will come naturally, organically. So the mind, the ego, doesn't need to control everything. And you don't need to put yourself in that mind that is actually limited. Leave it alone. Believe in something else. There's a higher consciousness somewhere. You can call it God, universe, whatever you want to call it. But really, the mind is limited. So don't stay in that mental jail, because it's really not that big, considering we are surrounded by millions of galaxies, really. So your mind, shut it down. Sometimes you need to shut it down, and you have to understand, this is just my mind. Okay, you just leave it there, right? Absolutely. But that could be also your person who has put themselves in that jail, and they have to get themselves out of that jail, because that is something you do to yourself, or they do to themselves, right? Here we go. I love you unconditionally. Absolutely. That is no problem, no issue at all. And that's why you will realize maybe someone had to choose between two and choose you. They choose love, but for a while maybe they were not choosing themselves, their own happiness. Therefore you, they were staying in some form of mental jail, maybe with someone else. It is very possible, right? So that's what the gossip is about, maybe, right? Envy. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Yeah, this card is coming out a lot, and I'm not surprised when we're talking about gossipers. Of course, there's going to be envy. People look at you thinking that everything is just nice and easy. Well, no, they don't know what's behind the curtain. They don't know how many times you had to be on your own and struggle and find your own feet and start again, or start from the beginning again. They don't know that, do they? But they envy you. I think you are now in a position of peace, and I think they envy that because they don't have their peace. But hey, instead of gossiping about you, why don't they do their own homework and find their own peace, instead of spending so much energy about you? Mind your own business, people. Oops, here we go. Positive thinking, we may as well. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude, along with positive belief and thought, are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. That one's come out a lot. Yeah, positive thinking, because that is what I was saying about that gel. Don't put your mind in limitation. The mind is limited per se. So switch off the mind, go back into your body, go back in living life really now, right now, here now, instead of staying in your brain. The mind is really limited. When you realize how limited the mind is, you're like, wow. And we make some judgment about this or that with our mind. I mean, obviously, wow, so limited, really. And you can also justify anything with your mind. As I say quite often, a serial killer will explain to you why they had to kill so many people. That makes sense to them? I don't think so, but it does for them. You see, the mind can't justify anything. So listen to your heart, listen to your guts, and the mind really, that's the last one you want to focus on, really. All right? As an advice. Pile number 2 was the gossip about you. What is the gossip? 6 of Cups. Six is number 6 is always the Lovers, and the 3 of Swords. Interesting. So what is the gossip about you is that now you found love. You also learn to love yourself enough, to value yourself enough, to not be within a third party anymore. Yes, so you figured it out. There was someone who betrayed you, hurt you, broke your heart. Yes, just say a lot of things behind your back, because gossipers, that's what they do. You know, they do that instead of minding their own life. So someone betrayed you, someone is talking behind your back. Absolutely, that is obviously what we're talking about today. But you love yourself and you choose true love, and you may have found true love as a result. Bing, bam, boom, without them. And of course, something that could have started as a bit of avavoom, the lovers per se, is now a soulmate. So, wow, that is absolutely true love. But someone as well may have thought, oh my God, I'm with the wrong person. They were maybe with the comic. And now they realize that you are the soulmate. So there's different scenario here, but it's all about love. And maybe it's to start with about your self-love. Now you protect yourself, you respect yourself, you love yourself enough not to fall for some kind of rubbish anymore. You're not buying into that. And maybe you had to recover from a heartbreak, from a massive betrayal, to actually find your self-love again and to find love with someone else. Finally. Beautiful. Loving it. Bing, bang, boom. That's a gossip about you. Go ahead, bring it on. Bring it on. Beautiful, right? I want you. Bingo. So yes, it could have been I want you because physically, yeah, there's an attraction, but it may have started like that, and now it's a true love story. There is romantic love with someone you already know, right? Wow. Or they want you back because now they can't have you, because that kind of idiot. Yeah, maybe. Now they realize, oh, damn. Yeah. Aye. They're gonna have to learn. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desire. Yeah, you're so creative. My goodness. Let your heart talk. Absolutely. You have so much to say. And whatever heartbreak you had to go through, that created a lot of potential in you, because you recover from that. So you can talk about it. You are creative as well enough to turn something negative into something absolutely beautiful. All right. And yeah, quite often writing, for example, is a beautiful way to heal a heartbreak. Writing, painting, creating, whatever it is, right? Gardening. You can put all your energy in the garden and make you feel like so much better and heal a broken heart, because that was dang broken, right? Absolutely. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Absolutely. Go back to your heart. Look at this. Beautiful. Go back to your heart. Your heart is, oh my God, enormous. It's connected to your soul. It's connected to the universe, okay? The mind is limited, but the heart is huge. So trust yourself, love yourself, give yourself some very much needed love. And then you will find love automatically. Trust that was an experience. That person who betrayed you, who broke your heart, who broke your trust, he broke the trust. Well, it wasn't meant to be going on much further, and that's okay. Go back to you. You trust yourself. You know your boundaries. And maybe, as I say, something that you thought was just something a bit of vavavoom, whatever, now becoming a beautiful love story. And that is trusting life, trusting love. I was doing so well. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.